All right. What is good, friends, and welcome back. Yes, we know all the top 8 alliances to... I'm gonna start over again. What is good, friends, and welcome back. Thanks for watching. With me today is Fubar. What's up, Fubar? How is your day?
My day was busy, but I'm stoked and I'm excited. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm ready to talk about this topic. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. It was a long journey. I mean, during the qualification or the race to the top 8 was a long one. Many things happened, and if you remember, Jonathan, we did a few videos before with our prediction, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about the map placement or where we will respawn in the city. And before we do so, let's talk about the top 8. I want to ask you, Jonathan, is there any surprise in the top 8? I'm going to scroll down just a little bit like this to give you a hint.
Honestly, I am a little bit surprised by the 7th and 8th position. Honestly, I thought FT was going to be in 7th, and I thought Sus L was going to be in 8th. But they didn't make it. That's okay.
Right.
But congrats to those who made it. We all know the little bit of a somewhat political drama on what's going on and why they had to do this, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, and like I mentioned in the previous video, Warpath is a very serious game. It's played by passionate players that wants to win at all cost, and to win, you not only need to win a city, but you also need to win your allies. And just to put you up to speed with the whole situation or what happened. So first of all, we're gonna talk about the two camps, okay? Just so you know. In the left corner, we have 14, Mass from server 19. We have 22, formerly known as Top, and we have Avenger. In the right corner, the blue team, we have G27, 24, HBR, server 12, and S21, led by I Have No Money. So these are the two camps. These are the two sides. And in order to have the teams that you see in the top 8 currently, there was a lot of politics involved. You heard that some alliance skipped, others did not skip, or whatever the case happened. This was in order to make sure that all the allies had the proper friends to help them win the final round, the Paramount Cup. And what happened is, you guys may be aware, why Jonathan said that he was expecting to see FT in the top 8 is during the last conquest, the one that finished in San Francisco, Mass had to pick their allies for the final. So they had to choose between FT and Avenger and 22. So they had to pick a choice. They could only pick 2 out of 3. So they did a death match, and 22 and Avenger came on top. Kind of sucks for FT, as they were following and supporting Mass and 14 during the whole qualification, during the whole race, to be dropped at the last match or the last conquest. But I mean, can we blame Mass for that? I don't know. It's sad that they got dropped, but I understand the decision. If you want to win the cup, you need to put all the chances on your side. Were you about to say something, Jonathan?
Yes, I was. Now, there is one thing I do want to recognize early on, and I want to give a big prop to AVE. They are a young alliance, and nobody really knew AVE before Paramount Cup came out. And they were known for being gold, and they've done an amazing job recruiting. I can give them that. I know they're good active fighters, but we're gonna see how they perform now in the final cup.
Right. We're gonna see. I mean, this is the final showdown. There were a lot of during the race for the Paramount final. There were a lot of artificial conquests, saying that there were a lot of peace treaty involved, a lot of friendly matches, and but this final, there won't be any peace treaty. Everybody will give their 100%. It will be a ruthless and very hard conquest. So we're gonna see who's who. I know where we stand. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. So that's what it is. And once again, congratulations to everyone who made it in the top 8. For those who didn't make it, there will be a new season, and hopefully there will be a lower bracket so everybody can have a taste at the cup. One thing that I want to mention before going to the map placement is the cup created a few alliances like AVE, but it also destroyed a lot of alliance, and that's the sad thing. But if you want to, like I said, if you want to win, you have to put all your chances. You have to maximize your odds, and all the whales or all the powerful players will want to gather in one alliance. So anyways, now let's talk about the map placement right there. It was really revealed last reset. I'm personally excited about it. I'm okay with that. We're going to talk a little bit about this. It's supposed to be San Francisco. It wasn't clear, and I hope that it will be I don't hope for anything, but let's hope that Lilith won't come with won't throw us a curveball with a modified San Francisco. If it's the San Francisco that I know, we're going to talk a little bit about the map placement. Unless you want to add something.
Oh no! I right now, from what I am seeing on this, is that right corner, as you had put it, G27, S21, 24, and HBR. This map in the placement of the alliances is very balanced. However, I feel that G27, 21, 24, and HBR, they're in a how would you word it? Superior position of power based on the map.
Yeah, I had I had a rough night because I was trying to fall asleep, and I was thinking about the map placement, and it got me awake until 3 a.m. Believe it or not. So just that you know, in San Francisco, the best position are in the top, the north and south. They can have access to almost everything. And that's why they didn't put these strong alliances north and south for a reason. And I think that it's fair to say that Lilith is aware of who's friend with who, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about the map placement, and then we're going to talk about the prediction. I want to know what is your call on this, and I'll comment as well. So how I see this, I like Top. I mean, I've known them for since last December. I played with them. I played against them. Back then, Top was, I consider them the top 3 alliance, the top 3 most powerful alliances. They had Scan, they had Starcrest, they had Pang Pang, Diamond Dragon, Uzbeka, they had Joker. I mean, they had a lot of powerful players. Now, when you look at Top, you don't recognize them anymore. Most of the strong OG players left. And they're going to have a rough time in this San Francisco. I'm going to tell you something. When we will land, we will pay them a visit. We're going to knock on their door, and it may fall off its hinges. All right? Yep. And so this is before the fort open. When the fort will open, we'll be able to knock on Mass's door. I've never played against them, but Mass played against G27 at the first Caro, so they are aware of things to come. I hope they're gonna engage with us with firepower, and we're gonna we're gonna counter them with superior firepower. We are ready, and I hope they are. And how I see this is, yeah, go ahead.
So what I see right here is that I completely agree with you. I got a feeling that S22 is going to get snowballed real quick. Mass is going to give one hell of a fight, I feel, against HBR. But in the end, they're going to get snowballed by the two. No one is very good at fighting at two fronts at once. So they're going to get yeah. Now, that's my prediction for that half of the map. Let's continue with your prediction for the next.
So I talk about the east side, right? The east side will be the easiest side for us. Our plan is to neutralize 22 right away, and then, sorry guys, I mean, I love you, but this is war, okay? And the war is dirty business. I hope that we're gonna still be friends. We're always friends. So our plan is to neutralize this side and secure this east side. So when the blockhouse open, we will storm the west side, and now we're gonna have a hell of a fight. I mean, Avenger and S24. S24, if you followed our previous conquest in Carol, they got stopped by HBR and 24. They couldn't leave their safe zone. They were not technically safe zone, but they were checked by those two alliances. And if you're looking at our current conquest, because we are still in Moscow, the only reason why we didn't take the 2 weapon factory is we wanted to give something to our allies, because we're having a friendly fight, but without any barriers, without any limits. But in the end, because we're sweet guys, we want to give them something. Otherwise, if it would be other alliances, we would have swept everything. So if we can sweep 24 and HBR, I think that we won't have a problem sweeping S14 with the help of S21 and 24 to sweep Avengers. That's how I see it. And I'm not excluding HBR in the equation. At the beginning for us, it will be a 1 versus 1 against 22. We're going to secure them. Then it will be 2 against 1 on mass. That should be fine. And then it will be pretty much a 4 against 2 on the west side. That's how I see it. I could be wrong, but I know what we are capable of. And you see in Moscow what we can do. I mean, and we will collect a lot of rewards. We will get even stronger, and we are very motivated. We are ready. I'm telling you that.
Now, for my prediction on this, all right, but before I give my prediction, I want to clear something for the smaller players that are not familiar with Legendary 1. I want you guys to forget all the tactics and tricks that you may think of from gold and silver tiers. They do not work in Legendary Battlegrounds. The reason why is because there is so much activity on each alliance that they're almost on 24/7. So if you think all 22 and Mass have to do is wait until the blockhouse opens and they can cross over to their allies and put up a resistance, forget that idea. Forget it now, because that's not going to happen.
Yeah, and Legendary
1.
Sorry, go ahead.
Legendary 1 is the beast. This is the Shark Tank. Then there's always blood in the water, so you got to keep that in mind. Okay?
Yeah.
So my prediction is that left side is at a very big disadvantage. No matter which way you cut and dice it, AVE is too new to the Legendary 1 battlefield, even though they've been competing steadily in the Paramount Cup. A little too new. My bet is on G27, HBR 24, and S21. Now, yes, 22 has a lot of experience. Mass has a lot of experience. 14 has a very good track record. But because of things that have happened in the past month of 22, it's a very big disadvantage for the left side. So it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. It's going to look like a Chainsaw Texas Massacre. So just keep that in mind. Once that blockhouse is open, left side is completely, the whole AVE 14 gone, done, boof, gone. There'll be too much firepower aimed that way. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I see it a little bit. I mean, that's how I predict it's going to be. I hope it will be this way. We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I mean, but S21 and 24, they may struggle against 14 and Avenger. I mean, those teams. I mean, S14, they have great tactics. They know what they're doing. They have great rally leaders. They have a few whales that are experienced and know how to play, that can make a difference. So, but what happened on the west side, it's their business. There's nothing we can do about it until the blockhouse open. However, when it will, we will come heavy.
Yeah.
And like you said, in Legendary 1, every time you move your truck, you have to look around. You are always under surveillance. Somebody is looking at you and is just waiting to ambush you. You cannot make any mistake. Any mistake will be a fatal mistake. And you need strong activity, almost 24-hour, especially at reset. You cannot have your downtime at reset. You will not make it. If you have to build the most, what I observed during the last San Francisco, when Mass, AV, and Top were playing, or 22, is Mass kind of were slow at the reset, and they let Avenger build a lot. Was this part of the plan? I don't know. I hope it was, or else Mass is in a world of trouble. But once you let the Alliance build, it's very hard for you to burn and build back, as it takes more than twice the time. It takes 4 times. It takes much more time to regain control, as the enemy will keep healing and slowing you down. And when you get on top of it, then your activities start dropping as you lose steam, and then the enemy takes over, and you really don't make any progress. So it's paramount that you have strong activity at reset, so you can build as fast as possible. Remember, when you build and you are in Alliance claim land, it is much harder to get burned. So
that is 100%. One thing I want to point out right now for the viewers is that almost every large content creator, except for myself, because I'm actually probably one of the smaller guys in content creation as far as base power level, are in this battleground. You got Death Wishes with 24, you got General Ghost and AVE. HBR has Lekong, aka H's Game. They got Maxinator. They got War Chief Pain YouTube. They got quite a few. There's another one in there. Tony Warpath is in there. And yeah, that's a lot of content creators in here. So you guys make sure you're checking out their perspectives on the battlefield as well. But I want to explain right now that Legendary 1 is a very intense battleground. It's the hardest battleground to play in. Now, I want you to times that by 100, and that's what this Paramount Cup is going to be. Because this is the best of the best in one battleground. This is the best players competing.
it is the absolute best. I mean, we're looking at active players that knows how to play, that are good scouts, that can scout all around the map and report any suspicious activity. We need team players, not individual players. I mean, it's the very best. And of course, a lot of our players, I mean, people keep saying in our battlefield, you guys don't ever take a break. We do, but I mean, even when we do, we're still very active. And that's the key here. As when we get more active, it's even more difficult. So that's activity is key point. Of course, having whales helps a lot. I mean, if you look at those powerful players, those 700, 800 plus million power, you need at least 4 rallies to knock them down. And by the time you organize those 4 or 5 rallies, if more base starts dropping in, then you can't do it. I mean, it happens so quick. The reaction time when you see the enemy gathering, if you take too much to organize, you will lose momentum, you will lose steam, and then you cannot recover from that. So everything is based on activity, especially at reset. It will be very difficult. And I'm looking at power numbers here. We have some impressive numbers from Mass 85, top on the low end at 70, Apollo G27, 82 billion power, but we hit a little bit above our power level. We have HBR at 73, S21 75, more powerful than ever. S24 about the same power as HBR. Of course, we have S14 at 87, the most powerful alliance. And of course, the last but not the least, Avenger with 75. So a lot of alliance gain a lot in power, most of them, and that will be interesting. I know that you guys wanted me to stream and create content, but when I'm focused in game, it's very hard for me to stream for 2 reasons. When you stream, you cannot fight properly, first thing, and second thing, I don't want to compromise the tactic of the alliance by showing tags and showing what we do, as I'm constantly in voice chat, and to keep the privacy of the other players, as well as to keep the tactical on our side. I cannot stream it. I cannot do a proper job. My team needs me, and I need my team. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, stream snipers are a plague, and all it takes is one person to leak battle plans, and the whole map gets turned upside down.
Right.
So I completely agree and support that decision. I've actually had that happen to me in a different game, and that was very unfortunate because that was a very big price tag that I lost because I was competing for money. So, yeah, don't do that. But anyway, so what I would do if I was 24 and 21, I would try gaining as much ground as possible without the goal of safe zoning. I would be trying to hold the line and progress. That's what I would be doing. I would be taking a very defensive stance against AVE in 14. And we already know what G27 is going to do, and we already know what HBR is going to do. But that's what I would do. I would take a very defensive stance, and I would proceed to a certain line that they draw in the sand and hold that line and prevent themselves from being safe zoned, and they would fight right there at all cost. That's what I would do.
All right. Don't we agree that the final rewards is a little bit disappointing about those silly 90-day skin?
Oh my god, that is the most disappointing thing, I think. My opinion on that is so upsetting. I'm very disappointed in Lilith on this. And the reason why I'm disappointed is because every member of the winning alliance should be able to get that dragon skin. And not just an individual. Because how are you going to pick that? That's like almost impossible. Are you going to give it to the guy who invested the most amount of money? Are you going to give it to the guy who was the most active? Are you going to give it to the guy who had the most kills over the entire length of the Paramount Cup? It's just almost an impossible task to dish that out, and it's not really fair. And nobody cares about the picture frames and the unit skins. I mean, that's also kind of unfair. In the 90 days, I mean, come on, it should have just been permanent, not a temporary thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm kind of upset at Lilith, as I don't know if I know they do. I mean, they realize that a lot of players are committed to this game and sleep very little to keep their alliance competitive, and this needs to be rewarded. I mean, the base skin, at least give it to everyone from the winning alliance, at least during the time they are champion until the next cup. So they are recognized as true champion, as warriors, as trooper. This is very important to the players. For Lilith, it doesn't cost anything to give that skin to everyone. They deserve it. They own it. They should recognize that. I mean, anything else is just insulting and disappointing. And I don't want to knock on Lilith, but for this, they need to change that. And if they change it for the next round, that will kind of be insulting to the first winner, as they were the pioneer of this cup. Anyways, I don't think it's too late for them to change it. It doesn't change anything else to anyone. But a 10-day skin, I mean, what can you do with this? it's you're renting the skin basically, and it's not rewarding. It's more insulting than anything else. I hope that Lilith doesn't get offended, and I hope that they understand and will correct this situation. And I'm sure that if you guys complain about it, they will change it. But you have to complain about it. If you don't say anything, nothing will change. All right? So this is what I wanted to say about that topic. As for the rest, well, I'm excited. I'm going to meet some old friends, rivals. We're going to make some new friends and maybe make some new enemies. I don't know. But not real life enemies, in-game enemies. Do you guys agree? What do you think about my prediction? Do you agree? Do you don't? Or maybe you are a S14 supporter, and that's fine. I don't mind. You have the right to support your favorite team. That's perfect like this. What's your pick? Who do you think will finish up first? Who do you think will end up being in the safe zone first? Do you think that it's fair? I think it's pretty damn balanced, and this is it. It's 4 against 4. There's no excuses.
Nope.
If you guys are bitching about this, then you have the right. But I think it's fair. Oh, I'm so excited.
It's completely fair. It's completely fair, and I think it's completely balanced. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I think it's going to be very exciting. Now, I want to tell you guys something real quick. There is an event coming along with this, so you could participate in the Paramount Cup and root for your team that you support the most through the Paramount Cup Oracle. There's a ton of juicy rewards in there, so you make sure you guys participate and you make the correct bets. My money's on G27, S24, S21, and also HBR. Those are my bets.
Yep.
I'm not changing them for anyone else, and I have my reasons. And I'll explain my reasons right now. G27, since it's stepped into the Legendary 1 event field, since it was been formed, it has dominated the battlefield every single time. I cannot name one time they've lost a Legendary 1 event. AVE is too new, so I can't put my faith in them. S14, I've seen them lose a few, but I've seen them win. S22, I have my reasons for that. Those are personal reasons. I'm not going to give them my support. And Mass, I don't support. I've seen a lot of things they've done, and I don't support those morals. S24, they fought very hard. They fight hard every time. They got a lot of experienced members in there. They got a very good background. HBR is one of those OG alliances that's always been in Legendary 1, and they deserve that support. They
the oldest
won
alliance.
Yeah, they're the oldest, and their method is tried and true, and it works for them. They've won a lot of Legendary 1 events. So, but the most interesting thing you can take away from the Oracle Cup is the rewards, okay? I believe there is a unit skin involved. I know that you can get, with the rewards, city contribution badges, which is a very big deal for a lot of us.
Yes.
So make sure you're paying attention to that. And you have a spectate mode, where you can watch your favorite alliance fight.
Right.
Okay?
And
This is like the Olympics.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said this is like the Olympics or the Super Bowl of Warpath. So let's do our best to support our teams.
Yep, the Oracle is a great idea. Instead of just betting on your favorite football team, you'll be betting on your actual favorite team in Warpath, which is amazing. It's a good idea. As for the spectacle mode, is that how you call it? Spectate mode, yes. Thank you. So about the spectate mode, I've came up to Lilith and told them, listen, guys, spectate mode when you watch another alliance outside your city, outside your server fight, it's not easy to know who's from who, meaning that everybody's in white. There's no white and red, there's no blue, teal, white and red. It's all white. Very hard to follow during those clusters, those big battles. And I reached out to them. I said, guys, do something about it, because it's not interesting for us to try and figure out what's happening. And they listened to me and they will fix it. They may not fix it for this upcoming Paramount, but they will do something about it for the upcoming one, as knowing that your favorite team or is you can recognize them on the battlefield. So this is just I wanted to add this for the final word. Do you want to add something, Jonathan?
No, I think I've laid out everything there. I believe that I wish Lilith would roll out the color scheme early for this one, so it would be easy for us content creators and also viewers to watch and record this footage that's going to come out, because it's going to be amazing footage. You'd be a fool not to record.
Yep, it will be busy 24 hours. So yeah, that's it for today, friends. I hope that you like this video. If you did, drop me a like. It's not much, but it helps other commanders reach out to my content. That's how you can support me. I don't ask for any money. I don't care about the money. Just say hi to me when you're in game. I appreciate it. We have a community Discord. If you want to reach out to me or Jonathan, the link will be in the description box below. Join, it's free also, and you will see we are there. We're chilling there. Anything to add?
Yes, and also if you guys want to see my channel will also be in the description below. So just so you guys know, I specialize in tutorials and also guides. I don't really do much of the combat footage, but I do give a lot of informational content.
He's very technical. So if you're looking into details and get the edge on some small things that can improve your gameplay, he's definitely the guy to watch. Until then, friends, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Jonathan?
Peace. We got your 6.
All right.
Goodbye.
That's a wrap. Now, this is much